Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and help me reach my goal of 1,500 subscribers by Christmas. So recently there have been some developments in the K-pop world that I thought were really fascinating and intriguing, and on some of them I'm still not sure exactly where I stand, so I thought that I would sit down with you guys today, let you know my opinions on them, and then I would love to hear what you think about them. So the first one is about Irene from Red Velvet. I don't know if you're aware, but recently she made the news headlines, and not for a good reason. She allegedly verbally attacked one of her stylists, and the stylist went on to post about Irene. She never named Irene, but she used the hashtags monster and psycho, so people were pretty easily able to figure out that she was talking about Irene. I don't know if she said this in the original post, but the stylist definitely said that she had an audio recording of the interaction of the verbal assault, let's call it, and I do wonder if this is why SM and Irene apologized so quickly. Now this may be a little bit cynical of me, but I do think that it was definitely a big motivational factor in how quickly they acted, because I would assume that most of the time if you can sweep it under the rug, that's definitely the easier option. So in her apology, Irene said, "I sincerely apologize for hurting the stylist with my foolish attitude and careless words and action. There were a lot of people who helped me get to where I am now, and I regret hurting them with immature behavior." And she also added that she will think and act more carefully going forward. So I may be wrong, I haven't seen the original Korean, so please do correct me if I'm wrong about this, but in the English translation, the fact that there's a use of plural where it says, "There are a lot of people who helped me get to where I am now, and I regret hurting them with immature behavior." Does that mean she's apologizing to more people? That she's perhaps wronged in the past and it's not just a stylist? That was what really stood out to me and made me curious as to why she would use the plural or why she would bring up other incidents. I mean, if I were you, I would just focus on the one, apologize for the one thing and try and move on, like not bring up any other bad stuff I'd done, but that's just me. Afterwards, SM actually also said that Irene had met with the stylist and she'd sincerely apologized and they'd met face to face, which I think is great, but I just wonder, and again, I might sound really cynical now, but I really wonder whether or not the stylist would ever have gotten an apology if it weren't for her going public with this and adding that she had an audio recording of it, because evidence, man, like evidence is a powerful motivational tool for getting what you want. Is that blackmail actually? So a lot of Irene's fans have been defending her and saying that it was just one tiny mistake and that it wasn't really that much of a big deal, and she was probably tired, and really defending Irene to the point where they couldn't see the other person's side of the story. They also praised her for responding so quickly, which we've already covered why I think they responded so quickly, but this is what a lot of her fans were saying, well done, it's really good that she's responded so quickly and apologized so quickly, but again, I think that she had to, really, there was no other choice. So I saw a comment on another article I read about this, and I kind of agree with them. They said that, "I know all of you are going to attack me for saying this, but the double standards you all have are shocking. This clearly wasn't a one-time thing, and she obviously has a reputation for treating staff like this. The general rule is that you can judge a person's character by how they treat service workers and staff, and this is saying a lot about Irene. The fact that people are defending her and saying that it was just one small mistake is laughable." So I do agree with this person, and I really do think that you can judge a person with how they treat others, and especially people who are working for them or are in a slightly lower position for them, whatever that may be. So to see fans just blindly defending Irene seems a little bit silly. However, I do think it's very important that people don't just go and attack Irene, because to be honest, they have nothing to do with it. And yet, this is where I think the lines become a little bit blurred, because if you're an idol, if you're a singer, if you're an actor, you've chosen to lead a public life, especially in Korea. Dispatch is wild, man. I would not want to be famous just because of Dispatch. And similarly, I think the internet and the Korean netizens can be terrifying, genuinely terrifying. And so as much as I think it would be great to solve these sorts of problems internally, one, they live public lives, so everything they do is going to be public. And two, being cynical again, if this hadn't have gone public, I doubt whether or not the stylist would ever have received an apology. So as if that wasn't already bad enough, a recent development is that one of the former SM trainee and JYP trainees, yeah, she was an SM and JYP trainee, maybe you know her, her name is Mone Fukuhara, And she recently came out and said that when she was in SM, Irene bullied her and Tsurugi protected her. She then went on to clarify what she meant by bullying, which was basically that if Irene didn't get her way, then it would be hell for all of them. Again, because I'm cynical, I have to question what Mone Fukuhara wants to get out of this. Now, I don't know anything about this Mone Fukuhara-san. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how I feel about this one. Please let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Mone Fukuhara suddenly jumping in on this as well? Like, she waited a long time to do this, and I guess it's a good thing that she's coming out with it because bullying should never be tolerated. Bullying and harassment should never be tolerated. But at the same time, wouldn't it be better to just do this internally without causing a big thing? Because what she's going to gain from this is probably just a lot of hatred towards Irene and Irene fans possibly bashing her and just a lot of malicious, hateful comments on both of their social media. What do you think? Why do you think she did it? Do you think she should have done it? Do you think she should have done it more quietly? But then, like I was saying earlier, if you do things quietly, do you think you'd just be brushed off? Because if you don't have any threat, if you don't have any motivation for, someone to take you seriously, then will they? I don't know, you guys. This one, let me know your thoughts. So we've just talked about fans who blindly defend and support their idols. Now I'd like to move on to a different category of fans, which, to be honest, calling them fans, they're not really fans. It's like sasengs, they're not really fans, they're just delusional. So these sorts of fans, apparently they're called akson 개인 팬, which means malicious personal fan, and what it means is that they typically just stan one member of a group and they hate all the other members of this same group. And so they'll make up things and say, look, they all hate this person so much, they're so uncomfortable with them, they'll start false rumors, they will analyze every little interaction and make negative comments about it or try and spin it in a negative light to make people think that this one member is the devil, pretty much. So I don't know if you're familiar with actress Jeon So Min. I haven't really seen her in anything, but she's been in quite a few things. I don't know how I haven't seen her, but in any case, she's an actress and she recently joined the cast of Running Man. And now, if you're unfamiliar with Running Man, it's a Korean TV show. It's a very physically demanding TV show and it gets really rough and yeah, it's wild. It's really fun, but it's definitely not for the faint-hearted, and there's a lot of like physical challenges and mental challenges, and it's a very intense show. So Jeon So Min is part of the cast, and recently Blackpink went on an episode of Running Man, and as a joke, Jeon So Min pretended to be the fifth member of Blackpink. She apparently danced with them, and she also, you guys, she kicked Jisoo. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's it. That's what happened. Apparently she kicked Jisoo and now Blackpink fans are outraged. How dare she? So I actually saw the clip and it really didn't look... I couldn't really tell what people are mad about. I mean, sure, it looked a bit like Jeon So Min was kind of kicking Jisoo away, but all of the members pretty much of Blackpink had her pinned to the ground and were wrestling her. So I really don't think that you can pick and choose who you think was the aggressor because, I mean, come on, you guys, double standards much? So I really don't think that Jeon So Min was intentionally kicking Jisoo. I think it was part of a struggle to get away and rough and tumble. I mean, people get hurt all the time. When you fight with your siblings when you're younger or you mess around with your friends, sometimes people just get hurt because we don't know our own strength, and it's like if someone tickles you out the blue and you accidentally elbow them, who's really at fault? But to be honest, even if Jeon So Min for some reason had a vendetta against Blackpink or Jisoo, I just don't think she would ever act on it because Blackpink fans evidently can be terrifying. Blinks can be very aggressively protective of Blackpink. So why in any case would Jeon So Min do anything to risk the wrath of Blinks? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know her, but I don't think she's that dumb somehow. I just don't think anyone would do that. And apparently fans have been going onto her brother's Instagram. I thought he was a famous actor or singer or someone, but no, he's just a regular dude. He's just her brother. But fans have been going onto his Instagram page and asking him in his comments to get Jeon So Min to disable her comment section. because they're terrified, they're worried for her that she's gonna get so many hateful, mean comments now that it's really going to upset her. Because apparently earlier in the year, I think she took a hiatus from Running Man because of these horrible Aksong Kane pen, these horrible fans. They'd already been very malicious and horrible towards her, and you know, spread a lot of hate comments about her. So this has already happened to her earlier in the year, and I genuinely can't imagine what a person would have to do to deserve such horrible comments or hate from someone. But here we are. So what do you guys think? Have you seen the clip? In case you haven't, I'm gonna put it here right now. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Jeon So Min was in the wrong, or do you think that these fans are crazy? Let me know. So if you're unaware, BTS was featured on the remix version of Jason Derulo's Savage Love, and let's be honest, because of BTS, it topped the charts and they got to top of Billboard. Jason and there was someone else that I forget who, that I don't really know. Josh something with a number, and BTS. Which is great, right? Yay! Yay for BTS, yay for Jason, yay for that other person. I'm very, very sorry. But as always, nothing is ever as simple as we'd like it to be. And now apparently fans are trending the hashtag Jason Derulo's Over Party. So apparently in a video that he posted to TikTok, he's dining with friends and celebrating with the original version without BTS of Savage Love in the background, and he tagged everyone but BTS. So now because of this, fans are very angry and they're trending that hashtag, the Jason Derulo's Over Party. The internet is trying to cancel, well, some of the internet is trying to cancel Jason Derulo now. So usually I don't really keep up to date with current affairs or current news in terms of celebrity news, but I'm pretty sure when I did a little bit of research that he also has a video, I think the first video he posted in response to, you know, Billboard #1 for Savage Love, and he tagged BTS and he was like, thank you guys so much to BTS, because, you know, let's be honest, we all know BTS had a really big part in getting them to #1. The thing is, I can understand being like, oh, a little bit salty, but like, oh, yeah, he should have tagged BTS. But to cancel someone over that, I am really astounded by the internet nowadays. I think people are so quick to act, to judge, to jump down people's throats. It's really crazy to me. On the other hand, I have another opinion about this, and it's the unfortunate fact that BTS are so huge that everyone is going to want to use them. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened with Jason Derulo. I don't know that. I really can't say about that. But I do just think that everyone knows now, if you put BTS on anything, it will sell. Because the power of BTS and ARMY and their fandom and their fan base and their marketing team, if you put BTS on something, it will sell. So I think unfortunately it's inevitable that people are going to be trying to use BTS for clout, for fame, for money, for success. And I think it's really sad, but it's also real definite proof that BTS have made it. If we didn't know that BTS had made it before, now we definitely know. So this is actually a pretty perfect segue into the last thing I'd like to talk about, which isn't to do with fans so much, but it is to do with BTS and their incredible marketing power. Did you know that BTS is now selling water? Yeah, BTS is selling water. Can we just take a minute to appreciate that fact? BTS is selling water. And I'm not even talking about reusable ones, like, you know, like these sorts of ones. I'm talking about plastic water bottles. The water bottle itself is called Be Water. And their marketing slogan is, meet the new premium water that has come from the depths of the sea to meet with BTS. Premium water? You guys, I can't. This is so funny. And apparently what's different and special about this water is that the BTS members have drawn, characters and little cute things on the water bottles. That's it. That's why it's premium water. So thankfully I'm not the only one that thinks this is hilarious and ridiculous. Here are some really hilarious tweets from armies that just really had me laughing. 아하, 다음부터 공기도 파신다고요? 아하, are you going to be selling air next? I mean, literally though. This one I really empathize with. I can't believe I'm going to be too broke to buy water. Truth hurts, you guys. So this person said, imagine paying $15 for shipping for a $5 to $7 water bottle. Is it that expensive? It can't be. If that's not spit back water, I don't want it. There are some more really funny tweets. I'll put the link to the article below in my description box. You guys can go check them out if you want. They're so freaking funny. I don't get it. Do you get it? Are you gonna buy one? Really? I just don't get it. I guess I've never really been like a collector, or I don't really buy merchandise because I'm poor and I can't. But I've just never really been into that collecting mindset. So I personally just don't get it. But do you get it? Would you do it? Would you really? You know what, you guys? You know what I would pay for though would be a lecture from BTS's marketing team. I would pay a lot of money to have the chance to listen to their marketing strategies and tips and tricks, because they should be paid a lot. If they're not already, they need a raise. Genuinely, they're geniuses. I would love to hear how their minds work and how they've created this incredible marketing strategy. It's really fascinating. So clever. That I would pay money for. You guys, we should actually petition for that. Let's petition for a marketing lecture from Big Hit. That would be great. So in conclusion, your entire life can now be BTS. Your entire life. Your water can be BTS. That is wild. You guys, I'll be shocked if Ollie London isn't drinking this water immediately, because it could have touched Jimin. So that's it for me today. You've reached the end. If you have, congratulations, you deserve a medal. So let me know what you think about all these issues. Do you think I'm being really cynical about the Irene issue and that she would have apologized quickly anyway without the audio evidence of the fight? Let me know what you think about Jeon So Min. Do you think that she really kicked Jisoo with malicious intent, or do you think that fans are crazy about this? Let me know what you think about Jason Derulo. Do you think that it's right for people to be trying to cancel him over not tagging BTS? And what do you think about BTS's fame now and the fact that I personally believe a lot of people are going to be trying to use them now? Do you think it's true? And what do you think about that? And finally, please do let me know if you're planning to buy a BTS water bottle. I promise I won't mock you that much. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, but please don't give it a thumbs down if you disliked it, because that just makes me really sad. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please also make sure to subscribe and help me reach my goal of 1,500 subscribers by Christmas. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!